Welcome everyone. Welcome to Barre. My name is Claire. I'm gonna go ahead and read our campus rec waiver before we get started. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. All right, so with that, you're going to go ahead and get started. You can click play on the playlist that I created, or whichever one you want to listen to that will give you the good vibes for today. So we're just going to start with our feet shoulder distance apart, a nice slight bend in those legs, and we're just going to start by rolling those shoulders backwards, waking up our shoulders, our legs, feeling that nice stretch in those legs, maybe feeling that squeeze in our shoulder blades. And as we do this, I'm going to introduce you to Barre. If you are new to Barre, Barre is a combination of yoga, Pilates, and ballet. It's a moderate intensity workout where we focus on targeting smaller muscle groups that you might not target during your traditional strength training workout. All right, we're going to do two more, and then we're going to shift our direction forward. All right, last one, we're going to start rolling those shoulders forward, maybe adding a little bit more of a deeper plie, making sure to not lift those heels off the ground so we feel that nice stretch in those calves. I've been sitting all day, so I always like to have a nice warm up, get everything woken up. We have last two, our last roll. All right, good work, everyone. Meet me in standing. With that left hand, grab that neck for a nice slight stretch of that neck. Not too hard, just a slight tug, keeping that slight bend in those legs, never locking them throughout today's class. Before shifting to our right side, once again, feeling that nice stretch. Feels very nice for today's workout. I'm feeling very tight. All right, great work, everyone. Meeting me in first position. For our first position, we'll be doing this throughout today's class. You're gonna have a nice slight V in those legs. Your heels can be touching or nearly touching, making sure you feel comfortable at all points. And we're going to just start by coming up into releve, meaning lifting those heels off the ground and lowering down. Waking up our legs a little bit more. And if you wanna add in those arms, you can bring them to second when you're lowering and bring them above your head for a nice curve. I'll bend so you can see them and straighten. So up and down. We're going from second position to first position. Really feeling those legs squeeze as you straighten and lower, keeping that core engaged, maybe making your arms a little more lyrical. I believe our first song is New Light by John Mayer. So thinking of a new light, I was saying before class started, this is our first class that we've done with a time change, and I'm certainly feeling it. It getting dark at 5 p.m. is very jarring, always, even though it happens every year. All right, we have two more. Last one. All right, good work. We're just going to flip that by going plie and straighten. So plieing, making a nice diamond shape with those heels, but not lifting them. So this is a demi-plie position. And then we're going to straighten up. So yes, there's two kinds of plies. We have demi-plies, which are smaller plies, and then grand plies, which are deeper. We're going to be doing deeper grand plies in first position later in today's class. But first, we're just waking ourselves up. All right, we have last four, last three, last two, last one. All right, good work, everyone. We're gonna shoot our legs out into a nice wide stance for second position. For second position, you want your feet to be a little bit more than shoulder distance apart. We're going to come down into a plie position and curve that stomach and spine, so we're making a nice C shape, and stretch our arms forward and then bring them back into straighten. So almost like we're making the shape of an ice cream scooper, curving our spine, feeling that core engage, our shoulder squeezes as we bring those arms back, our legs and our knees shooting out to the side, making sure those knees don't go in front of those toes, feeling that nice curve and straighten. We have four, we have three, we have two, we have one more. All right, good work. We're now going to shift our weight to our right side, shooting that leg out to the side for that nice bend with that left leg staying straight. we're going to reach above our head and then straighten those arms. So reach, feeling that nice stretch in that core, and straighten. Whew. It's definitely warmer out today. Feeling that in my house. It's that fun time of year where you can never decide if you want the heat on or off because the day changes always. We have 4 more. 3, 2. For the next one, we're going to stay down and pulse. So tiny stretches for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't come up yet. We're lifting that heel up into releve, and we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. You can lower that leg. We're just going to repeat that all on the other side. So we're now bending that left leg, stretching that right arm across, feeling that nice stretch in our right side, and straighten. I'm feeling that also in my arms. Maybe you guys are, maybe you aren't. I was saying before, I had to bring in the big guns and get one of my roommate's lamps because this darkness this late, or this early, it shrouded me in too many shadows. It was fine last week when it was Halloween themed, but it's not spooky season anymore, and I want you guys to be able to see me. All right, we have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. We're staying down now, and we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying down, we're lifting that left heel up in releve and pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower that leg down. Come up. Meet me back in that second position, grand plie. We're going to finish up this second position with some just nice big grand plies. So a nice neutral spine. We're not tucking that tailbone in or out. We're just going to shoot down into grand plie and then reach our hands above us for a nice big stretch and lower. Big stretch and lower. Big stretch, reaching out towards the ceiling, feeling that whole body stretch out and lowering. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good work, everyone. You can straighten those legs, maybe shake out those arms a bit. We're going to come to the end of our mat and walk down. So with your feet at the end of the mat, you're going to shoot those arms up towards the side of your head. And once you are here, flat back, spiral those arms down. So you are now curving that spine so your arms are touching the floor or as close to the floor as you can. Feeling that nice stretch in those legs, maybe bend your right leg and then your left leg. Alternating between the two to stretch them out. Good. And now once you're finished with that, bring your hands with me and we're going to walk ourselves out into a nice plank position. For our plank position, you want to draw a straight line from your shoulder to your wrist, making sure those fingers are nice and spread out. Your core is engaged. You're not drooping or curving up. Nice flat line down your back. And once you feel comfortable here, shoot those hips back for a nice downward dog. Feeling those legs stretch. Maybe bending your right leg again and your left leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying up. Now wake up those hands and those arms a little bit more by shifting your weight, tapping opposite arm to knee, coming back down. We're just tapping a bit. Feeling that nice stretch. Tapping. Ooh, don't fall like I did, keeping your gaze between your legs. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good work. Meet me back down in our plank position. We're just going to finish up waking up that core a little bit more by bringing that right knee into your elbow and then straightening out. We're just doing some slow mountain climbers for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Fall back on those knees. Meet me in child's pose. That finishes up our warm-up. We're going to transition into our arms workout now. This arms workout is all body weight. We'll be doing a good amount of push-ups and variations on that. So if you have any wrist problems, maybe take the option to go down your knees, or even if so, if it's even worse, sit this portion out. We'll be doing another aspect of arms that will be doing less weight on our wrists. But once you regained your breath, maybe grab a quick sip of water, excuse me, we are going to come into a push-up position. We're going to be doing a push-up combination of 10 tricep push-ups, 10 single arm push-ups, another 10 tricep push-ups, and then another 10 single arm push-ups. So get that in your mind so you know what option to pick when I give you these. So for our tricep position, you're going to be back in that similar position like you were in that plank push-up, or that plank position, drawing a straight line from your shoulders to your elbows, fingers nice and spread out, and you'll just have the option to either be on your knees or uplifted on your toes. Just know how many push-ups we're doing and have that in mind. With that, we're going to set up our tricep push-up. Unlike regular push-ups, tricep push-ups, you're going to hug those arms towards the sides of your body, not pushing them out, and then straightening to lower that body and raise. So once you have that set up, we're going to be doing 10. So down and straighten, that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, halfway there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening up. Good job, everyone. We're gonna meet me on your side now and do our single arm push-ups before we repeat that on the other side. So meet me on your side with your bottom arm hugging your body. You're going to bring that right arm on top, stacking it by your shoulder, and we're going to use that top arm to push ourselves off the ground and lower us down. This is targeting our biceps. So everyone get ready. We're going to be doing 10 of these. So can everyone meet me? And here we go. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, those burn. Good job, everyone. Meet me on the other side. We're going to repeat that, doing 10 tricep push-ups and our other 10 single arm push-ups on the other side. So I'm going to switch onto the mat so you can still see me when I do those other side. So coming into our plank position, once again, choosing whatever option you want. You can do the same one, or if you feel like challenging yourself a bit, you can do the added option, whatever feels right for you. Meeting ourselves, we're doing 10 tricep push-ups. Here we go. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all halfway there, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Once again, fall back into child's pose for a second. We are so close to the end of our push-ups, and then we'll transition into the next portion of our arms workout. So coming onto your side, bottom arm, so for me that's my right arm, hugging your body, legs stacked on top of each other. We're going to stack that right arm, or that top arm, on top of us by our shoulder, and we're going to use it to lift us up and lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, we're so close, you guys got this, 4, 3, 2, last one, we're so close, 1. Good work, everyone. Come up and meet me on a seated position. We're going to go into our standing bar portion now, but before we do that, I want to stretch out those wrists a bit. So meet me with your right wrist on the ground, the top of your hand, plate pressed into the mat, and just lean into it a bit, feeling that nice stretch. Whew. That was some great hard work, guys. You did a great job. Meet me with that left hand now. Stretching at that wrist a bit. Good work. All right, coming up into standing, maybe shaking out those wrists a bit too. We're going to be doing some more body weight arms workouts. And of course, it wouldn't be a body weight arm workout without some arm circles. I know I do them a lot, but they're great work and they tone your arms amazing. So meet me in a nice wide stance. For these, you can either be down in a nice second position plie if you want some added work on your legs, or you can stay in standing. Just make sure you don't lock those legs, keeping a slight bend in them at all times. With that, we're going to move our arms out to the side, palms facing down towards the ground. And we're just gonna be doing some big arm circles, nice and slow. Right now, they might feel easy, or they might feel hard considering we just did a bunch of push-ups. But either way, I promise they'll get harder. Maybe that's threatening, I'm sorry if it is. Just get lost in the good vibes music. I tried to pick stuff from different genres, different eras, so that everyone could have a good vibe. It made me have good vibes listening to it. I wish I could listen along with you guys. We have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. We're coming down into our medium arm circles now. Yes, we're doing medium and small arm circles and then reversing it. So we're really gonna burn out those arms, tone them nice. So we're like Goldilocks here. We're not too big, not too small, just medium, feeling that burn in our arms, getting lost in some other thought. I know it's not Halloween season anymore and it's not the holidays, so we're in that weird in between, but it's fall. Maybe you can get some nice apple cider this weekend, or I don't know, make a leaf pile if it's not too rainy and wet. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing our tiny arm circles. If at any point this burns too much, you can always take a rest and shake out those arms. Our arms are not meant to be up for this long, so it is totally normal for them to be burning a bit. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, and yes, we're going to repeat that all going backwards. So we're starting with those tiny arm circles, going backwards. Ooh, feeling that burn in our arms. Mine certainly are. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Medium arm circles. Now we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're doing big arm circles for 8, 7, 6. We're so close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Take a minute. Shake out those arms. We're not quite done yet, but that was some hard work and you deserve a quick break. All right, we're gonna lift those hands back up again. We're so close, I promise. Bring our palms out to the side. We're just going to squeeze our arms in slightly, like we're shrugging, saying why, and then straightening out. If you want to end a slight plie into that and straighten, you can. We're shrugging and saying why. There's a lot of things to say why at right now. You know, if you know me, you may know everything in my house is breaking right now. So every time it happens, I just go, why? Why do you keep breaking? Why is there a hole in my ceiling? Why is my lamp not working? You know, you just gotta shrug and say why. So you go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those arms out. We're going to curl those arms in, doing a nice big bicep stretch, curling in, flexing our nice bar muscles. We can add in a plie. We're really burning out those arms today, guys. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job. Drop those arms. We are so close to being done with our arms workout, and then we'll transition into our bar. We're going to finish by doing a little bit of a chest workout. We're going to bring our legs in, shoulder distance apart, slight bend in those knees. We're going to bring our forearms together like so, leaning slightly forward, and we're just going to pulse up. We call this a prayer pulse or a body weight chest press. We're feeling this in our chest as we pulse up. Did these a lot during quarantine at home. Kind of doing a lot now. Got to get used to our no weight arms workouts. I'm sure we all have at this point. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job, guys. Drop those arms, shake them out. that finishes up our arms workout. So we're gonna take a quick moment, stretch them before we go into our legs workout. Bring that right arm in front of you, palm facing out. Pull up those fingers, feeling that arm stretch. And then shoot that right arm behind your body, pushing that arm down, walking those fingers down, just to stretch out those triceps a bit. Whew. And now we'll switch to the other side. So bring your left arm out, pulling at those fingers, feeling a nice stretch. And then bringing that left hand back so our fingers can walk down our back. Good work, everyone. All right, if you want, you can grab a quick sip of water. I certainly am going to. Oh, something just zoomed past my house. All right, we're going to transition into our legs workout. So we are going to start in our nice first position like we did during our warm-up. So with one hand on the bar, on our bar or chair, whatever you would like, we're going to have nice soft V in those legs. We're going to raise our legs up into releve, bring them together so our heels are kissing or touching, and we're going to be doing our nice grand plie combination. If you're a bar aficionado, you might recognize this. It's one of my favorites. We're going to shoot those legs out, doing a nice grand plie, making a diamond shape, and straightening. Once again, picturing we're sliding up and down a wall. We have a nice neutral spine. Our glutes aren't tucked in or out. Maybe feeling those legs shake a bit. If you're feeling really daring and your arms aren't completely dead, you can bring your arm out to the side and straighten. But we just did a lot of work, and if you are feeling tired, you can always rest that on your hip. This is your workout today. Your intentions are set. It's whatever you want to do. I encourage you to challenge yourself while still feeling like you're getting exactly what you want during this workout. If you just feel like sitting with me, listening to some good vibes, totally fine. It's however you need to spend these next 40, probably 30 minutes at this point. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to go halfway up and all the way down. Halfway up, all the way down. If your legs weren't shaking before, they probably are now. That's because we're in our mid-range. This is a portion of our muscles we're not used to staying in for long periods, so they really start to shake, saying, whoa, I'm not used to being here for this long. Totally normal. It just means they're working. You're building muscle. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're staying down and pulsing down for 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten up. We're going to finish with 8 full range plies because it is always good to finish with some full range of motion after pulsing to make sure we really give those muscles all the work that they need. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work, everyone. Coming down out of that, we're going to transition into a nice little curtsy lunge set. So for this set, you'll have the option to be doing some kicks at your side. So if you want to take that option, I encourage you to make sure you have some room around you to do so. But if not, there'll be other options for you as well. Excuse me, regaining my breath because it is a little hot in here. So with both hands on the bar, we're just going to set up our curtsy lunge. So for your curtsy lunge, you want to make sure that your hips are square to the bar at all times. We're not opening up. I like to picture I have 2 spotlights on my hips and they're facing the bar. They're not going anywhere else. And with that, we're going to cross that right leg towards the back, keeping those hips square. And we're going to lunge down and straighten like we're doing a curtsy. I'll show you on this side. We have a nice little slight cross in those legs. You can use the bar to help you, or you can keep your hands on your hips, making sure that front knee doesn't go in front of those toes. You're staying nice and square between those legs. That front leg is slightly turned out. Ooh. Everything's burning today. We have 4, and we're going to add on 3, 2, Last one. All right, added option. This time when you plie, when you straighten, I want you to shift that weight to your front foot and bring that right leg out to the side to point into a nice tendu before crossing back. So we're plieing, crossing front, and down. So plie, tendu, and back. We're gonna be doing this for a bit before we have the option to add in our kick. Whew, getting lost in good vibes music. Now's the time too, I feel like, where people watching good vibes TV. I've been holding off watching my ultimate good vibes show, Great British Bake Off, till I get home after finals. It'll be a great reward. It also always feels a little bit like a holiday show to me, so I usually rewatch that during the holidays. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. This time when you come up, you can either continue in that tendu or you can join me in a nice kick to the side, making sure we're not leaning or anything. We're just coming for a nice light kick. Nice and controlled. The height for this doesn't matter. It's the control and positioning. Feeling that heart rate raise, our glutes and that front leg are burning. We have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Meet me down to curtsy lunge, and we're pulsing down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shift that weight forward. We're gonna repeat that on the other side, but we're gonna do something a little bit different in between. We're going to bring our leg with both hands on the bar, slight bend in that front leg. You're going to bend that not standing leg, that lifted leg in a nice 90-degree angle. And we're going to kick out like we're swooshing a bug and in. Feeling that targeting our glutes, squishing that bug that's right behind us, kicking out. Maybe thinking about what plans you have for tonight. Maybe it's writing an essay like me. Maybe it's watching The Bachelor also like me. Or maybe it's doing whatever you want to do tonight. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that leg lifted. We're now going to bend it more. And this time our bug is on the ceiling. We're pulsing up. Kicking that bottom of our foot up towards the ceiling. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Lower down. We're going to repeat that all on the other side. So I'm going to shift my bar to the other side just so you can still see me and I have room. But do whatever you need to do to have that room for those curtsy lunges. But with both hands on the bar, we are going to get them set up once again. Keeping our hips square towards our bar, we're going to cross our left leg. For me, might be different for you, towards the back. We're going to plie down and straighten. Plie and straighten. You might notice I still have some Halloween stuff up. If you know anything about me, Halloween is an all year thing. It's a mentality, it's a way of life. It's not just a month of October. Spooky season is every season. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. This time when we come up, shift that weight to that front leg, tendu out, and then cross back. Whew. It is pitch black outside right now, which is just so strange. Usually we do this class and it's light out. And it's always funny because every year I get surprised, even though it happens every year. We have 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now you have the option to do that kick, or you can continue doing a tendu, whatever option you want. Join me as we continue on. Making sure as we tire, we don't neglect our positioning. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying downward pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. We're so close to being done with our bar workout before we go into our core and cool down. So regaining your breath with that front leg slightly bent, we're going to bend that lifted leg. And once again, that bug is now right behind us and we're swishing out. It's a little too real for me talking about bugs because as many of you know who live in Williamsburg, there can be a lot of bugs on this campus, whether you be on campus or off. Ants, cockroaches, they all like to be our little uninvited roommates. We're going 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending that leg more, nice 90-degree bend. That bug's flown up to the ceiling. We're now kicking up. Whew. I am sweaty, guys. It's always a fun thing when you work out later in the day because I already showered once. How do I do this? I always expose myself during these because you gotta think strategically about when you shower to maximize its worth. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job, guys. Take a moment, maybe walk out away from that bar. Stretch out those legs for that nice deep stretch. Maybe walk that right leg forward for a nice little hamstring stretch. Walk that left leg in. Switch legs. Good work. All right. We are going to finish up our class with our core and our cool down. So grab a quick sip of water if you want. I'm going to. And meet me on the mat. Alrighty, so coming down into our core workout. For this, you're going to have the option we're going to start with our planks and then we're going to go into some other work. For your plank position, you'll have a few options. You can be on your knees like this, like we're doing during our push-ups. You can be up on your hands, or for the hardest option, you can be down on your forearms like so. We're going to hold that plank for a bit. We're going to shift our weight, do some hip dips, and then work on our side obliques a little bit. So we're gonna be doing a lot in our plank position. So pick whatever option feels right for you today. Whatever option you do will give you a great workout. But whichever one you choose, you can join me in a plank position. We're just gonna hold for a bit. I'm actually going to start my timer. And we're holding for 30 seconds. So maybe just think some happy thoughts. Think of being done with finals, whenever that is for you. Maybe there's something at home you're excited to see. Maybe there's something around here you're excited to see. Maybe it's just getting a nice shower tonight or having a great dinner. You always got to find the little things in our lives to be excited about, especially during times like this where things can feel crazy and hard to manage. Alrighty, that finishes up our hold. We're going to stay in this position. We're just going to shift our weight forward and backwards, shifting those toes forward and back, making sure we keep the correct positioning. Our core is engaged, we're not drooping. We're curving that spine. Feeling that core engage. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. So please chat if you can't hear me. I'll try and enunciate a little bit louder just to make sure that you can hear me. But with that, we're going to come back up into our plank position for whatever position you chose. And we're just going to spiral those hips to tap to the ground for some hip dips. We're targeting our obliques now. Feeling that nice spiraling of our hips as we lower towards the ground. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower back down, maybe come into a child's pose for a minute. I'm just checking the timing. We're looking a-okay on timing. All right, We're going to do some side plank action now. So like like our normal plank, you have a few options for this. You can be on your forearm, or you can be up on your wrist. I'm personally going to go on my forearm since we have been doing a lot on our wrists today, and I want to protect it a bit. And you have the option to either have your bottom leg on the ground, or if you want the added option, you can come up with both your legs lifted. And with that, we're just going to hold this plank for 30 seconds again. I'm counting so you can get lost in your thoughts, thinking about what you have planned, thanking yourself for devoting some time to your body. That's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower down onto the ground. Take a moment, regain your breath. We're going to repeat that on our other side. I'm going to switch on the other side of the mat just so you can still see my face and be sweating up a storm here, because I really am. So pick whatever option you chose on the other side just to make sure that you're giving yourself a nice even workout. But whatever option you chose, whether it be on your legs or on your knees, we're holding. I'm a little bit under my bed right now, but that's okay. I'm counting so you just get lost in the music, get lost in your thoughts. Hopefully it's a good vibe song for you that's playing right now. I have no idea where you are on the playlist, but I hope you're enjoying it. That's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Great work, everyone. That finishes up our plank series. We're going to go into some earthquake position moves and then some more core work. So coming onto your tailbone, we're going to have our feet stacked in front of us, and we're going to lean back until we're on our sit bone right here. And once we reach this point, you're going to curve that spine, feeling that nice curve, kind of like I said earlier, like an ice cream scoop. You're making a nice C shape, and you have a few options here. You can have your hands on your legs. You can have your arms out in front of you, or for the most challenging option, you can have your arms above your body. Wherever you are, you're going to start to feel that core burn a little bit, feeling that warm sun in your belly start to engage. We're holding, and we're going to add on. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to stretch up, reaching nice flat back, and then curving back down, however you would like. So stretching forward and curving back. Stretch forward, curve back. Stretch forward and back. Great work, everyone. I also apologize if there's any background noise. I usually like to cancel that out with my headphones, but they decided to die today. That's okay. Stretching forward and back. Feeling that shaking, maybe start to engage our core. We're so close to being done with our workout. We'll leave a few more core moves, and then we'll just be into our stretching. Please make sure you stay and do whatever stretching you need, because stretching is so important in a workout. It's always important to include that at the end and throughout your workout. We have 2 more. Last one. And now we're going to stay back, and we're just going to go down a bit and up a bit. So down an inch and up, sinking in a bit. Ooh, feeling that core engage even more. Sinking down and back. Feeling that nice core burning. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can take a moment, straighten your back. We're going to do a little bit more to work our obliques before we go into our final movements of today's class. So coming back into that position, you have the option if you want to lift those legs up off the ground, or if you're not feeling it, you can have them nice and rested. I'm going to have them rested on the ground. We're just going to take arms out to the side and above our head for some nice round arms. So I'm going to scoot outside of the room. So out, side, above your head, just like we've been doing throughout all of today's class. We're just now holding our core. We have 8, 7, 6, you're so close, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work, everyone. Come back up. We're going to be finishing up our core workout. So straighten those legs in front of you, curve down onto your back. You're gonna have your arms out to the sides. You either have the option to have your legs straight out in front of you or curved like this, planted on the ground, whatever you prefer for today's class. We're going to be doing some nice ballet sit-ups. So you're gonna bring those arms up above your head like a conveyor belt. Your head will come up, then your shoulders, then each vertebra of your spine stacking on top of each other until you're straightened. Then you're going to tap your toes and lean back. Not using momentum at any point. We're really using that core to engage, bring ourselves up, picturing that conveyor belt till we lift and straighten and tap. You don't have to tap your toes if that's not where your flexibility is at today. Just whatever is the farthest and most comfortable you can do while still challenging yourself. Tap. We have 5 more. That's 4. That's 3. We have 2 more. Then we'll go into our last movement of today's class. That's 1 and tap. Good job, meet me back down. We're going to now bring our hips into tabletop for the final movement and combination of today's class. Those hips and tabletop, meaning those knees are above your hips, the bottom of your back is nice and firmly planted onto the ground. We're just going to tap our right toe onto the ground and then our left toe. Feeling that nice engagement. We're going to add on to this to really burn out that core. We have 4 more, and I'm going to add on. 3, 2, 1. This time, if you're looking for a little bit of more work, you can make a bucket with your hands to lift that head off the ground, and as we tap down. And if you're looking for a little bit more work, you can cross that opposite elbow to knee and lift. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Feeling that nice engagement and burn in that core. Maybe your legs too. And that killer bar work we did. And if you're looking for that added option in today's class to finish up, you can bring that other leg out to straighten and lift. And if you really want to add the work, you can add no pause in between. Just alternating between the two. Whatever option you chose, we're going to finish up with 16 at double time. So meet me, here we go. We have 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Lower down onto the mat. That finishes up today's class, guys. The work of our class, we're going to now go into our cool down. So join me, stretch those legs out in front of you, bring your arms out to the side, maybe stretch them out as far as you can. Just take a moment to regain your breath. Think about the intentions that you set for today's class and thank yourself for meeting them. You've spent 45 minutes devoting time to your body and your own mind. In today's stressful world, with everything going on, I want to thank you for joining me as we go into our cool down. Breathe in and exhale. Bring those legs in towards your stomach. Hug them close. Maybe rolling up those toes a bit. Getting connected with your breath for today's class. Bring that right leg on top of that left leg for a nice chair position. Stretch out those legs a bit. Push that right arm or that right knee away, feeling that nice deep stretch in those legs.
And then switch to the other side. Pushing that left knee out. We're a little bit over time today, but I encourage you to stay if you have the time to make sure that we finish up our workout strong with some nice stretches. But if not, make sure that you please stretch on your own time, because it's so important to finish up a workout with stretching. Good work. Flip onto your back so your belly is facing the ground. Plant those arms near your shoulders. Push that core up so you're doing a nice cobra stretch, feeling that abdomen and that core stretch out. We did a lot of great core work, so it's good to stretch them out. Before you feel comfortable planting those feet onto the ground, coming up into an upward dog and then a downward dog. Bend that right leg, bend that left leg. Bring that right leg forward into a nice low runner's lunge. Lift that right arm up towards the ceiling, feeling that nice twisting stretch in that glute as well as that core. Good work. Shoot that right leg back. Bring your left leg forward and do the same on the other side, lifting that left arm up towards the ceiling. Great work. Lowering down, shooting that left leg back and walking those hands towards your toes. Bending that right leg and that left leg a few more times. Maybe make a bucket with your hands to deepen that stretch a bit. Good. You can release those hands and start to slowly roll up, stacking each vertebra of your spine on top of each vertebra. Meeting me in the center. Bring both your hands, cradle your neck to face it down towards the bottom of the mat. Then take one hand, once again doing that same stretch we did in the beginning. Slight tug on that neck. Switch to the other side. Bring those hands behind you. Flip them inside out for a nice chest opener, maybe falling down a bit. Feeling that nice deep stretching. Good work. All right, we're going to finish up today's class with 3 nice intentional breaths. You're going to have your feet shoulder distance apart. And you're just going to bring your arms above your head. Thinking through these breaths, why you came today, thanking yourself for what you did, and going off into the weekend on a great positive note. We have our second breath. One final breath to thank ourselves for today's workout. Bring your hands to heart center. That finishes up today's class. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to stop our recording now. You can stay for questions if you would like.